We don't have to know it. Do you know this word, algebra? You should, yeah. You know algebra? Do you know algebra? Do you know this word? No. Well, what's another word for algebra? How could we explain it?
Finding x and y.
Finding x, yeah. I think that's the easiest way to say it. So we're going to start off with linear algebra, just basic stuff to start with. So what does the word linear mean, if you know this word?
X power 1.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So we're going to start off by looking at algebra. So for people who don't know that word, basically that means like that chapter you did in maths where you have to find x. That's algebra. And we're going to look at linear. And linear, what's another word for linear, do you think? If we were to have a synonym, maybe.
Straight line.
Line, yeah. So linear meaning like line. Yeah?
Constant base.
Yeah, yeah. Just like this. Okay? Alright, so that's where we're starting. And the algebra chapter will start there. And by the end of it, we'll be doing cubics, long division, more complicated stuff like that. But we'll start off with the linear algebra first. Okay, so maybe just a tiny bit of vocabulary just to warm up a bit. So I'm sure you've seen these before. And we've got an x and a y here. What do we call these?
Axis.
This is an x-axis, this is a y-axis. And the name of the graph?
Quadrant.
Not that fancy. X-axis, y-axis, and the name of the graph? Go on, have a guess.
Cross.
Cross graph?
XY.
XY graph? That'll do. XY graph. There's another name for it. Don't know if you know it. Begins with a C.
What's the second letter?
A.
The third one?
Or.
No.
No. Cartesian
Oh, yeah.
graph. You know this word?
Yeah.
But I will simply stick to XY graph. Okay? A bit more vocabulary to get started. What's the name of this point here?
Origin.
Yeah, this is called the origin. Yeah? And then here, if I have something like an X and a Y, what do I call this?
Point.
I call this a point, yeah. And in particular, the X has a name and the Y has a name. So what do we call the X, do you know?
X coefficient? No.
Ooh, close, but not quite that.
Rating?
No, you're closer with coefficient. CO, O, or?
Coordinate.
Coordinate, yeah. X coordinate, and this one will be called the Y coordinate. Okay, so we're just getting started first with a little bit of vocabulary, and then we'll look at some maths now in a minute. So, not everybody knew all of these words, so I expect you to write some of these words down at least, because there were some words you weren't so sure on. Yeah, we'll just start with that, and then I'll add to it. So whatever words you didn't know or weren't so sure on, it's good to write it down to help you remember it.
Are you free after this lesson?
Got another class. You have some questions from earlier? Might be best in the next class, because I'm in this room with the other math students at 4 o'clock.
So they're coming here.
They're coming to this room, yeah, straight afterwards. Okay, sorry, just one sec. There we go. Okay, do we have whatever words we need? Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, well we're going to start off easy, so There's not a, it's not too much of a crazy thing to do today. Any other words we might need for this? No, I don't think so. Okay. So we're looking at equation of the line. Yeah, okay, so we'll go on to midpoint next. So I think I don't really need to say it, but just as a quick refresh, if this is x and this is y, and I said plot 2, 3, well, we measure out how much here?
2.
2, yeah, so we go to 2 here, and then up to 3, and there's 2, 3. But you know that, of course. This is positive, and this side is negative, and this side positive, and this side negative. Now, what you might not know is all the different verbs we have that mean plot. So plot is one word. What else do we have?
Jot.
Jot.
Some people.
I like jot, but I never use jot. So not jot. Although I like jot. Anything else?
Dot.
Dot, I like. Not jot though. I think you're trying to rhyme words with plot. Think outside of that.
Mark.
Mark, yeah, okay. Mark would do. So you could say mark on the graph.
Point.
Point.
Sketch, draw that bar graph.
Sketch and draw. Yeah, you could have mark. You could have sketch. You could have draw. What else could we have?
Show on the graph.
Show. What else? Anything else we can think of? You said, what did you say? Mark? Wasn't point? Yeah, something not quite point, but something that has sort of the same meaning. Label. Yeah. Anyways, for the exam, really it's these two, plot and sketch, which are used. And in fact, there's a small difference in the English here. Sketch.
Is inaccurate?
Inaccurate, yeah. Sketch doesn't have to be perfect. So sketch is usually something quick. You know, you do something fast. Whereas plot, they want you to use a nice graph paper and to clearly mark the point on it. Okay? So for plot, you need to do it slowly, and for sketch, you can do this fast. Okay, so that's actually important for the exam, because if the question said plot, but you sketched, then you could lose many marks, because they want something neat. Okay? So just make note of that. Plot carefully, but sketch can be done quickly. Yeah, is that okay? Yeah. All right. So let's have a look at our first formula. So, for example, we have a point here I call x1, y1, and we have a point here called x2, y2. And what I would like to find is the point which is in the middle.
X1, x2 minus x1.
No, everybody always mixes it up.
x1 plus x2 over 2.
That's the one.
And then y.
There is another one that has the minus in it. So the point in the middle, which is called the midpoint, that's just x1 plus x2 over 2, and then y1 plus y2 over 2. So this is like our first formula. This is how to get the midpoint. If you're finding this easy, my advice is to enjoy it. It won't be easy at the end. Okay, now, interestingly, if you had 3 points, you could actually guess at what the formula is for the middle of 3 points. What do you think it might be?
The middle point.
Yeah, and what do you think the formula might be? The rule, the formula, if you have 3 points.
We add all of them and divide by 3.
Yeah, add the three of them, divide by 3. So for me, I think of middle point like an average point. So you can do it for more than 2. Okay, can we continue down? Yeah. So let's see. We have yeah. Okay. So I think just maybe to do a couple of examples here. Can you see this? Okay, so in the first question, we just want to draw the point, and in the second question, we want to find the midpoint. So just to warm up a little bit, I think I'll do A and A here, but I'll just let you try it first. So 1A, I just want you to draw this point on the XY graph, and then 2A, I want the midpoint of these 2 points.
Should we sketch it or?
Sketch for sure, yeah, yeah. And then I'll do them now in, I think 1 minute is enough time. So if you, can you see it okay? Yeah, so 1A and 2A. I'm not in the way, am I? Okay, let's have a look. I mean, the first one is very quick. It's the 0.48. So what I want to see for, like, in the exam to get full marks. I know it's a sketch, but you still need to write X and Y. And 4, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that will do. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that will do. And there it is there, 4, 8. Now I have a question. This scale here, this distance here is 1 unit, and this distance here is 1 unit. My question is, do they need to be the same?
No.
No. So for example, if this is maybe 1 centimeter and that's 1 unit, this one here could be 2 centimeters. They don't need to be the same. What's important only is that they're the same on each axis, consistent, yeah. Okay, and then the next one I wanted was a midpoint. What were my 2 points?
1, 2, 2.
Two.
That was answer.
Oh, what were the question?
4, 8.
4, 8.
And -2, -8.
Okay, like this, yeah. So the midpoint would be 4 plus minus 2 over 2, and then 8 plus minus 8 over 2. So what's that? That's a 1, yeah,
0.
and that's a 0. So this is the midpoint then. Yeah, so far that's okay. Right, what are we looking at next? Yeah, a little bit of rearranges. Equation of line, yeah. So far we've only been looking at points. But more interestingly is that we can have lines. So for example, here's a line on our graph. And what's special about lines is that they represent linear equations like this, where the M and the C, they have a meaning. So let's see who remembers their names from school.
One.
M is gradient.
Yeah.
Gradient.
Is the y-axis. Intersection.
Intersection. C is the
Intercept is what it's called, yeah. Now there is another name for gradient.
slope.
Slope, which is what we use in Ireland, but in the UK they use gradient, and in the US maybe is a slope. Maybe it's mixed. Anyway, for example, something like y equals 2x plus 3. The gradient is 2 and the intercept is 3. What does the 2 represent though on the graph?
It's, okay, so it takes two, like it goes up, like it's steeper than one.
Yeah.
For every
Yeah.
2 units.
Like the steepness of the line, I think.
Yes, that's the steepness of the line,
It takes
yeah.
2 units instead of at once.
Where it takes 2 units?
It takes 2 x units.
Is
with
it?
one y.
No, you have it the other way.
For every 1
1 unit
it takes
is
2 units.
2 this way.
Yeah.
So that's what this here means, 2. It means for every 1 unit this way, you go up 2 units. That's it there. And what does the C represent?
The point where the line and the y-axis meet.
Yeah, that's where that's what the C is. This here is 3. Yeah. If the M is negative, what does that mean?
It
Line
means
up,
it's
going
Going down. And if M is 0,
Straight line.
this is straight also.
Parallel to the x-axis.
That's it. What's the word for that? Parallel to the x-axis. What's the word for this? What's this called?
Zero slope. Horizontal.
Flat.
Horizontal. Horizontal,
Vertical.
vertical. We'll do those words later again. So it's important that the line is written like this. But sometimes we have questions where it's not written like this. For example, I'll just make up an example. Something like this, 2x plus 3y plus 5 equals 0. Yeah, we have to, what's the verb?
Make y the subject.
Yeah, what's the verb? If I was to give one verb.
So,
Not quite solved.
I have it. No.
Not bad, but not simplify. Make? No, you need to give me one word. What could it be? Not equate, not simplify, not make, not solve, or.
what's the first letter? O?
Or.
Oh. Rearrange.
Rearrange. Rearrange. Yeah. So what you're trying to do here is it's much better if you can have it as y equals. That's the way you really want it. So just practice our English. What do I do first?
Make y the subject.
Yeah. So just so you can practice your vocabulary here, we say make y the subject. What that means is to put y on one side, so it's like y equals, like this. Okay, so how can I do that? You could bring this over here, yeah. So you would get, as you said, 2x plus 5 equals minus 3y. And then what would be next?
Flip the sign.
Divide.
We could do that next.
Divide everything by negative 3.
Or divide everything by minus 3. Both steps are fine. So we divide this by minus 3, and this by minus 3, and this by minus 3, and that's gone. So I get y equals minus 2 over 3x minus 5 over 3. Now I can see what the m is and what the c is. This is the m, and this is the c. Okay, so again, practice in your English. This is making y the subject. Basic algebra here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay. We'll have you warm up on this one. Can you see this one here? So I want you to write this in the same form. Y equals mx plus c. You can see that okay? This one here.
This one moved.
Yeah, this is on Moodle. Yeah. shouldn't take too long to do. Six x plus 7y plus 3. 6x plus 7y plus 3 equals 0. For me, I think what I would do is take the 6x
Yeah.
and the 3 over. So we have 7y equals minus 6x minus 3, and then just divide by 7. And it's the same, yeah. So you all should have y equals minus 6 over 7x minus 3. Okay, easy peasy? Yep. Right, yes?
Minus 3 or?
Oh, sorry, I lost, my 7 fell off. There we go. Okay, continue. Does anybody know this verb, verify? You know it now. What does it mean? Yeah, so what could be another verb for it?
Prove.
Prove, yeah, what else? Huh? Ooh, clarify. Almost, but not quite. Something else? No, something simpler.
Show that this.
One word.
Show.
Verb. Yeah, okay, show maybe. But it's not quite show. But close. Show or check is what I was thinking of. In other words, you want to see if it's true, or prove that it's true, or show that it's true. So for example, imagine I have this line, let's say 2x plus 3y, I don't know, equals 7. And I have a point here which will say is 2, 1. But I don't know if the point is on the line. Maybe it's like this. The point is off the line. So I would like to check if it's on the line. Anybody have any ideas on how I could check is 2, 1 on 2x plus 3y equals 7.
Substitute the values.
Yeah. What I do is I take this value and put it in here. So I have 2 times 2 plus 3 times 1 equals 7. So I get 7 equals 7. So what does that mean? It means it's on the line. If I got something silly like 6 equals 7, then it's not on the line then. Okay.
This one doesn't change? 2x plus
2x, yeah, that's 4, I'll write it down here. That's 4 plus 3 equals 7. That's 7 equals 7, so it's good.
No, I mean it doesn't change. The 2x plus 3y. This one. No change.
What doesn't change?
This one.
Or it means the equation, like, the...
You don't change
Well,
the
like
equation.
rearrange.
This is for...
Oh, rearrange it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can leave this unchanged. So you don't have to do anything to it. It can just stay like that and you can put the point in it. Is that what you mean? Yeah. So you can just put the point directly in it. No need to do anything to it. Yeah. Okay, so I'll give you one like this just to practice, but I'm sure it's okay. So the one for you to try, let's see. Here is the line, and here is the point. I want you to check, is this point on this line? That's what I want to know. Can you see it okay? This one here.
It's still a change. I mean that one, the first one, you know? The first example.
Will I go?
They have
Yeah.
the line,
Yeah.
they have to change it like...
It's
with
for
any
the...
question, they give us
It's,
new line.
Yeah, that's an equation.
Oh yeah, that's it. I understand your question now. Yeah. It's for the question. It's different each time, yeah. Okay, so try this one and then tell me if it's on or off the line. You think, yeah, yeah? What do you think? Yeah, let's have a look. So, we have y equals, what was it, 4x
4x plus 2
plus 2, and then the point was,
minus 7 minus 25.
okay, let's put it in and see what happens. Minus 25 equals 4 times minus 7 plus 2, minus 25 equals minus 28 plus 2, minus 25 equals minus 26, so that's clearly wrong, so it is off the line. It's not on the line. Yeah, okay, that's all fine.
Can we substitute, change, put x and y together and
What?
okay, instead of it being mx plus c,
Yeah,
we put mx with the y and leave the c out of it.
oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think it makes anything quicker, but it's fine. If that makes you happy, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, so now what we'll have a look at is how to draw some lines, and what's important for drawing these lines. So for example, if I said something like draw y equals, 2x minus 6, you need how many points to draw a line? You need 2 points to draw a line. So usually the 2 points we like to find, well, what do you think? What 2 points do we find?
Points of intersection.
Yeah, we like to find where it crosses the x and y axis. This one we actually have its name already. It's called the intercept, or to be more precise, it's called the y-intercept. So if you want, you could call this the x-intercept, but in fact people don't call it x-intercept. There's another name for this point. Does anyone know what the name is for this one? It begins with an or? No. Usually we call this the root, where it crosses the x-axis, and this one is called the y-intercept. So how do I find those points? For example, if we have y equals 2x minus 6. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. How do I find 2 points?
To find the x-intercept, you make y 0.
That's it.
And the y-intercept, you
Make x 0, yeah. So the first step is you let's do y equals 0 first. So we have 0 equals 2x minus 6. So 6 equals 2x. So x is 3. That's the first one. So the first point is 3, 0. And then secondly, we say let x equals 0. So we have y equals 2 times 0 minus 6. So y equals minus 6. So we have 0 minus 6. Now that I have my 2 points, I can easily draw this line. X, y, that's minus 6, that's 3, and then my line looks like this. And what was it? Y equals 2x minus 6. Yeah. Okay, so we can write this one down. Then I'll give you one to try. Okay, I can... Well, if you miss something, it'll be on YouTube, so it'll be okay. Did anyone see the videos I uploaded earlier? No? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so Yeah, we'll try this one here for me. Again, I want you to draw this, so you should find 2 points, the x and the y. We have answers?
Yeah.
You have to draw it.
Roughly. It doesn't need to be beautiful. Yeah? What did we get for the root? The x-intercept. What did you get?
3 over 4.
3 over 4. Yeah. And then for the y? 3 over 7. So,
Negative breakdown.
it's going down. Yeah. So, I don't think you need me to do that, do you? If it's okay? Yeah, it's okay. I think we'll look at the next thing now, which is the opposite. If I give you 2 points, how to find the line. So, for example, you're given 2 points. Let's say x1, y1, and then x2, y2. And we want to find the line. So, we actually have a formula for finding the m. I'm sure somebody here remembers it from school.
y2 minus y1 over x2.
That's the one. Was that the one you were thinking of earlier? Yes. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1.
This is to find the...
This is to find the slope, the gradient. So let's see that with an example. Let's say, I don't know, we'll have a point here which is 1, 2, and then a point which is 6, 8. For example, and that's a 1, 2. And I want to find this line. Okay, so the first thing I can easily find is the m. That will be 8 minus 2 over 6 minus 1. So that will be 6 over 5. That's okay. Now, we are trying to get this. So you can see we're nearly finished. We have the m. Y equals 6 over 5x plus c. So I'm still missing, or I'm only missing, the c. Any ideas on how I could find the c?
So make x 0.
Not quite that.
y minus y1 equals 10x.
We could use this formula, but I don't use it. So it's something else.
We use the graph.
Yeah, how though?
We extend the line.
Oh no, not. Oh, you mean like get this point here from the graph? No. Well, let me give you a hint. We know this point is on the line, so that means.
So, like we can just minus 1 minus 1.
No. I can just put this point in, because if it's on the line, it should be true. So I can say 2 equals 6 over 5 times 1 plus c. This must be true. Why must it be true?
Because it's on the line.
Because it's on the line, which we said earlier. Yeah.
It's 4 over 5.
So, yeah, what have we got? 2 equals 6 over 5 plus c. So c equals 2 minus 6 over 5, which is 4 over 5. So now I have the c. So now I'm finished.
You have to rewrite it with this.
Yeah, just clean it up. 6 over 5x plus 4 over 5.
Okay, if he doesn't give us like...
No, you must be given 2 points on the line. This is minimum to be given. Yeah. And in fact, you can use either point and you'll get the same answer. So it doesn't matter which point you use then. Now, I know there are other ways to do it, so I'll go back to this in a moment, but I'm sure a lot of you have used this formula in school. If you want to use that, that's fine, no problem, okay? That's not the way I do it in class. I used to do it this way, but I don't know, I kind of prefer it this way because it's one less formula you have to remember, and it links into something we were doing earlier with the verifying. So, if you haven't seen it this way, well, you should still write it down, and then I'll give you one to try, and I would like you to try to do it this way as well. Has anybody seen it this way before?
Well, it's
Yeah?
like, I think...
You think
logical.
so?
No, it's logical, like, I would just do it without thinking.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
makes sense.
But would you use the formula here in class?
No.
This
I've
one?
seen this one, but I've never used it.
Oh, really? Okay. What you use?
Sometimes you'll have to use this.
Sometimes, yeah. Okay. All right. If you can write this one down, then I'll give you one to try. My hope is that most of semester 1 maths will not be too difficult for you. It's semester 2 where it gets more difficult because it has more calculus in it. You know calculus?
Equation, instantiation.
Mustafa. Isn't that the Arabic for it?
What?
Mustafa?
Mustafa.
Mustaka?
Mustafa.
I'm close.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Tikamal?
Kalaha.
This one? Tikamal?
Takamal.
Yeah, okay, yeah, not too bad. And what else do I remember? X, OS 2? OS, yes, okay, good.
Algebra is algebra in Arabic, I think.
Yeah.
Well, algebra was originally an Arabic invention, so it should be similar. And do you know the other maths word? It has the same kind of al sound to it. Algebra and...
Well, L is like basically done.
Oh, is it? Alright. Well, there's another chapter in maths. Algorithm.
I didn't study in Arabic.
Do you know this word algorithm?
Yes.
Yeah, also...
Yeah, I
Arabic.
didn't study in Arabic too.
Yeah.
No?
I wouldn't know.
But you can recognize the... Yeah. Okay. Let's give you one to try now. So if you can try... now, 6 and 7 are kind of the same, except the difference is in 7 I give you 2 points, but in 6 I don't give you 2 points, I give you a graph. But how could you find 2 points? Yeah, just read it from the graph. So for example, what would be this point here?
0, 4.
0, 4 and
Minus 2, 0.
minus 2, 0. So 6 and 7 are really the same, except in number 6 you have to do a little bit of reading from the graph. So if you could just try 7, where I give you the 2 points and I want the line. And if you can try and do it this way, please. So here, try this one now.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
On Moodle, are there going to be like, is there going to be like a sheet for answers?
Yep, the answers are on the next page, so you can check them.
Also, I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
In the final exam, what formulas do we get? Because I looked for them and I couldn't find.
Is the formula book not on Moodle? I'll have to upload it. You'll have a formula book on Moodle. You can see what formulas are in it. Not every formula is in it. A lot of them are, but not everyone. For example, the midpoint formula is not in it, but you know, that's a
So
basic
we
one.
have to find the y intercept.
Here,
Yeah.
I want the M and the C. I want the line.
Oh, okay.
MX plus C, yeah.
M is 2.
Did you get M is 2? Let's see. 9, 10 over 5. Yep, 2. So let's see what you get for C then.
Minus 30.
You got minus 1, minus 2 makes minus 3. Is this what you see?
Minus 3, yeah.
Yeah.
And your method.
In my method, yes. Well, it should be right. 7a, 2x minus, y equals 2x minus 3.
Yeah.
You got that?
Yeah.
You got that? Okay. So I think we're good for this one. There's no need to see it, is there? It's easy, isn't it? Yeah. Now, the last thing I want to show you are two special types of lines. And it might not be clear what the equation is for them. The first one maybe is not too bad. So imagine I have a point here, let's just call it, I don't know, 2, 3. And I want the equation of this line, which is horizontal. So I want this line horizontal.
Y equals 3.
This one here, yeah, the equation of this line is y equals 3. Now the reason for that is if you look at this line, everywhere on this line, y is 3. The height, can you see that? It's always 3. So this line is special because y is always 3. So maybe this gives you an idea on what the vertical line would be. Like for example, if this is 4, 5,
5.
Yeah.
5.
this one here,
Oh, it would be 4.
yeah, what would be 4? Would it be 4?
If
X equals 4. Because everywhere on this line, the x is 4. So this is the equation of a vertical line, and this is the equation of a horizontal line. So they're much, much simpler than the ones that are in between.
Do
Yeah.
they both have a gradient of 0?
What do you think? Give me your opinion.
For the y, yeah.
Let's see what he thinks. Go on.
For the y, yes. But
The first one, yeah, so for the blue, the vertical one.
it's infinite, I guess.
Is it?
Or is it just 0?
Is it?
It would be a bummer if it was just 0.
Is it?
I'm asking.
What do you think? So you're right, the horizontal one, the slope is 0. That is true. And for this one,
Infinity.
almost, but not quite.
Infinity except.
No. This one,
Undefined.
yeah, we're getting closer, undefined, plus minus infinity. Because
Goes up and down.
it goes up and down. Yeah, for example, this line here, the slope, positive or negative? Positive. And here, more positive or less? More. Still positive, and then when it goes like this, it's plus infinity. This one here, the slope is negative, more negative, more negative, and then here, minus infinity. So the problem is, you cannot tell if this line is rising or if it's falling. You don't know the difference. Here, for example, is this rising or falling?
Right.
Rising. And here, fallen, but here we don't know. That's why we need the plus minus. We're not sure if the line is going up to infinity or down. We don't know which. Okay. Now, for homework, I think we'll keep it a little bit easy for the first one. There's 9 questions here. If you can do B in each question, the B part in each question, yeah. So there's 9 questions, and if you can do the B part, yeah. No, it won't work because it'll be too small. You'll need to get it from Moodle. Now, the people who don't have Moodle, which is you and you, maybe somebody can send it to them in WhatsApp. So, like, if you download it, maybe you could send it to them, you know.
What's the file's name on Moodle?
It'll be called something like, actually I'll show you, it'll be called something like equation of the line. It'd be the first one on the top of the page.
So we open mathematics for engineer and then
Yep.
first unit?
It'd be the first one, first unit, first link, yeah. Equation of the line. And it'll be exactly this PDF you have here. And if you can do part B in each.
Only part B.
Yeah, well, I mean, feel free to do more if you want. But part B should be enough just to warm up on these. Yeah, that's okay. Actually, before you go, let me write down who I have. So I know Nader Omar. Yeah. I can't remember your name. Okay. You told me that before, though, didn't you? Yes.
Yeah.
Spell that.
Johan.
Johan.
Johannes. That's the word.
Yeah.
Y-A-H-I-A.
Y-A-H-I-A. You know, I'll probably, Johan you said, was it? Because now it's stuck in my head and I'll probably call you Johan forever.
Okay, basically, my name
Yeah.
in Arabic
Yeah.
translates to Johannes in English, Johannes.
Give me your Arabic name, your full Arabic name.
Oh, my full
Yeah, go for it.
Yahya. Like, that's my first name, Yahya.
Next.
Oh, Yahya Salah Yahya Abdurrahman Rahmani. You would not be able to.
Yahya?
Not Yahya.
Not close?
Yeah, it's fine.
I think my brain has already been stuck on Johan, which I know isn't even quite what you were saying.
No, but that's my name in English.
Johan?
Yeah.
Okay, Johan it is.
Yeah.
Your name is Lee. Don't worry, I got Lee, yes. I can do Lee. Can't do that one, but I can do Lee. And then Faisal. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 2 more students coming in, I think, this week. So that brings us up to 8 at least. Okay. Right, when's our next class now? Tomorrow, probably, is it?
Yeah.
No, not tomorrow.
We have, I think, extended, special extra math.
Yeah, I think it'll be emailed. I don't think this is for everybody.
It's not.
I don't think so. I know it's on everybody's timetable, but I don't think it's for everybody.
So if we get the email's for us to come or not to come?
Haven't a clue, because I don't think I'm doing. Is my name on this for the teacher? No, so then I haven't a clue. So whose name do you remember? Roland. Okay. Yeah. So not my problem to worry about. I have enough to worry about. So somebody will email you something. What it is and who it is, I don't know. But hopefully you'll get a message. What time is it at?
9.
So you want to know if we can stay in bed.
Exactly.
Do you have the email of any of the tutors? Who's your tutor? Connell? No problem. Just email Connell and ask him if you have to go. And that will sort it out.
And do you have any idea till what time Eastern stays open?
Oh, like 8, 9 o'clock.
Are you sure?
No, probably 6.
6? Oh, so it's
No. Easton should be open after 6. It should be at least 7.
Because most of the shops...
Most of the shops do close at 6. However, Easton's is a really, really big shop. And I don't think it'll be 6. I think it'll be 7. 6:30 at the earliest, I think.
Do you have any idea how we could reach there? Because we went to an Easton's and apparently it wasn't the one we were supposed to go to.
Yeah, Easton's is a chain. The biggest Easton's is in the city centre on O'Connell Street.
There's a disco right across the college.
We check.
It has not the same calculator, but it has the same functions.
If you can get the 991, it'd be best. If
It
you
has the
can't,
same
We went to
functions.
East.
Does it?
We went to
But it's
East.
not the same.
But it's good to know where Easton's is anyways. If you get like the 122 from the school,
122 bus.
yeah.
It's
But
all
we're walking there.
Oh, you're walking.
We can get the Trinity College.
No, but you can get the Trinity.
Yeah.
Perfect. O'Connell Street is really close to Trinity. In fact, if you ask anybody in the area of Trinity, oh yes, very good. If you look for the giant spike, there's a giant like tower in the centre of the city.
There's a pole.
A pole, like a pole, yeah.
I think we went to that Easton. That was the
If
first
if
Easton
we're
we
looking,
went
if
to.
we're
That's the
looking,
biggest one.
They were like, go to the one next to Trinity.
that was the smaller one. which-
That's the smaller one, yeah, yeah. There's
So
one,
we went to the biggest
We went to the biggest one, that's why I was like.
the one that has
"Oh,
like three, it has like 3 floors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest it's going to get.
They don't have it.
They didn't have it.
You'll have to try elsewhere or order on Amazon. Okay, now if you're going to email Connell, you should do it soon because he goes at about 4 o'clock.
I'll check if he's off.
Yeah, that might be best. Do you have class now or are you free? Okay, so maybe you can go just